Yeah, this one's dedicated to my brother, my cousin, and anybody out there just wants to live in a dream world. If you had enough of this reality, you just want to get away, and the only time you can is to find an outlet where you're in control. You make shit up yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, Frank.
Have you ever woke up from a dream in which you didn't? Everything's how you make it, no complaining, no more bitching. Rich as Oprah or anything you wanna be. Then it's over and you're back in reality. I see money through the ceiling, skies are green, but that's just me living in my fantasy. I'd have a keyblade in hand, slashing through heartless, trying to reach the light while surrounded by darkness. My brother by my side, so I'ma be alright. In my dreams I could jump and take flight. Sky's the limit, yet I push onward till I'm floating in space and I could see my loved one's face. There wouldn't be a damn thing that I wanna change. Why would I wanna wake up from this fantasy? I only got 4 words, one sky, one destiny.
Sometimes life just wasn't meant to be, so tell me why death is still my enemy. Slip out a tear as we pass the week, 'cause life's way better living in a fantasy. Living in a fantasy, yeah, we're living in a fantasy. We on some shit that you can't believe, seeing money through the ceiling, living in a fantasy.
Am I a psycho? That's one thing I don't know. But I'm talking to my shrink attack, I promise something just might blow. I never wanna die, I'm afraid of death. It's not my fault, religion's never been my best bet. They say sleep is the cousin of death, but will I be dreaming after I lose my breath? Life's way better living in a fantasy. Some people might find that hard to believe, but to each his own. You didn't live in my home. Let me draw you a picture with the lyrics of this song. I played video games just to escape the fact I didn't have my mom, always thought she was fake. I read fantasy books, stacks for days, so I could shut out the world. Close my doors so I can't hear the fighting no more. This is why I couldn't wait to sleep so I could visit my dream world, living in a fantasy.
Sometimes life just wasn't meant to be, so tell me why death is still my enemy. Slip out a tear as we pass the week, 'cause life's way better living in a fantasy. Living in a fantasy, yeah, we're living in a fantasy. We on some shit that you can't believe, seeing money through the ceiling, living in a fantasy. Living in a fantasy, yeah, we're living in a fantasy. We on some shit that you can't believe, seeing money through the ceiling, living in a fantasy.
Living in a fantasy. Yeah, I'm living in a fantasy. I'm on some shit that you can't believe, seeing money through the ceiling.
Ladies and gentlemen, Frank.
I dream I have wings, could just fly away. Let the wind carry me to another place. Close my eyes and become one with the heavens. No worries about the ground, no drama, no weapons. Land on Destiny Island, see my brother. Not a care in the world, looking out for each other. My grandma's there too, so I feel complete. From the wind on my face to the sand on my feet. This is what I call living in a fantasy. If you ask me, this is how life should be. This is my dream world, no problems, no fighting. Sunny sky, no lighting up and away, gliding through the sky. No reason for this grown man to cry. No more negative, 'cause I'm in control. The world's my playground, I'll never grow old.